Ambassador Factor.
What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Thankful B of The Last of the Factor, and today I'm going to talk about Tyler Perry's new movie, Straw, which was released on Netflix over the weekend. I watched it, and I'm going to be completely honest. This really wasn't the movie I was looking forward to seeing this weekend. I really wanted to go see Ballerina, the new John Wick movie, but I had a busy weekend and didn't have time to go to the theater to go see it, but I am going to go see it sometime this coming weekend, and here is this movie, which apparently is getting a lot of attention on social media. So, Straw is about a woman that is really struggling right now. She gets put out her apartment because she can't pay rent. She gets fired from her job. Her child is sick and is taken away from her. And through a series of circumstances, she finds herself holding a bank at gunpoint. There's hostages involved and negotiations of trying to get her to stop. Now, I have covered Tyler Perry dozens of times, whether I'm talking about the movies or one of his shows, and you at this point you probably already know how I feel about him. I both like him and dislike the content that he makes, but I respect him as a businessman. But I do have issues with him as a filmmaker, but I still love the guy. I admire his success and what he's done with his success, and I admire the fact that he gives a lot of black people jobs. So there you go. And here we are with his new movie called Straw, and I have a feeling that I will be covering him again real soon because he has a new Medea movie coming out in July, and best believe I am planning on watching that. Believe that. But at one point, I did mostly like all the more serious stuff he does without Medea until they started getting weird, especially as of recent. And now here he is with another original movie, even though I wouldn't consider this too original because when it's all said and done, this movie is like John Q. Now, how do I feel about this movie? I mean, it was a bit rough in the beginning, and then once the movie really got going, that's when I found myself enjoying the movie and just wondering what was going to happen next. And then we saw that ending, which I'm not going to spoil it, but I just wasn't really a huge fan of the ending. I thought it was a bit of a gut punch, but everything else before that, I ain't gonna lie, I was on the edge of my seat. And like I said, this movie is like John Q in its sense of a parent is really struggling. They're trying to get their child back, so they hold someplace at gunpoint trying to get money, and through a series of circumstances, it just doesn't work out. Well, it worked out for John Q. I don't know about this movie, but again, not going to spoil anything. And look, if you're enjoying this movie, this is one of those top priority movies where I can truly understand how people are gravitating towards this movie because hey, this is a reality for a lot of people, especially mothers. And to the movie's credit, I will say this movie is elevated by the cast of the movie. Taraji Henson, I thought she did an excellent job within this movie at portraying a mother that is just really struggling. She's down on her luck, and to me, Taraji, she is just good at that, and that's probably why Tyler Perry keeps working with her because he knows she's a good actress that can elevate whatever material you give her. Sherry Shepard plays one of the people that works at the bank and is more empathetic towards Taraji's character, and I like where they went with her character. Then there's Tiana Parrish, who is not a stranger to working with Tyler Perry. Remember Medea's Big Happy Family? Byron! But I like her better in this movie than I did this movie because, well, of course, it's a more better role where she's not doing too much and she's a negotiator and she finds a way to empathize with Taraji's character and she's the one that's a little bit more level headed. And I felt Tiana Taylor. Did I call her Tiana Paris? Tiana Taylor. Either way, I loved her when I watched her in 1001 from 2 years ago, and I'm still mad that movie didn't get the attention it deserved, especially her performance in this movie. And even though I'm not the hugest fan of Tiana Taylor, working with Tyler Perry, I do like that she's a bit of a more mature character in this movie. And just like Taraji, I felt like she also kind of elevated this movie a little bit. But overall, I enjoyed this movie for the most part. I do think the movie does have flaws, but I'd say it's one of the better ones. And especially if you're someone that's really struggling right now and really understand this movie, hey, I hear you. More power to you. I'm not going to take that away from you. And this movie did admittedly have me on the edge of my seat when the movie got going. I'm going to give Straw a mid thumbs up emoji. That's it for the day. Have you seen Straw? If so, let me know what you think in the comments section below. This your boy Thankful B of The Last Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.